Hey Libras, this is Hal for HES Ultimage, and this is your divination forecast for the month of May. Hey guys. Real quick, using one new mini deck for you, for this particular spread. Also, quickly, if you want a personal reading, you can hit the link below to my website, or if you want an awesome bracelet, energy bracelet, also, just one quick update, which is, as you may or may not know from my April videos, depending on if you watch the intro, um, since my spiritual ascension, my guide speaks to me through my physical body now, which means that instead of feeling energy externally, I feel it, like, through physical cues in my body now. So literally, like, my guide will wink. Yep, there we go. When he's trying to confirm certain things for me, etc., other than, like, throwing energy towards certain things. And he'll also, like, circle certain, oh, okay, cool, we're gonna actually start with, and that one, okay. Yeah, that was him again, my guide. Because he was circling that he wants the, he actually does want the energy surrounding you this month cards first, and the trump card energy for this month. So it's like, it's not that I have a tick or something that I just keep winking at the camera or something, or that I'm trying to be very debonair about things. That's how my guide communicates to me now. I mean, in fairness, okay, he really wants me to just get going, so okay. Alright. But yeah, I just wanted for you to know that. Okay. We are gonna get started. Give me a minute. Okay, sorry. Give me 1 second, because he wants for me to rearrange these so I get the flow right. Yeah, that's what I figured. Good stuff? Okay. Alright. Okay, so, Trump card, which is the overall energy for Libras in May, is going to be Knight of Swords, yeah. Okay, so Knight of Swords has to do with... Okay, hold on, because he wants me to take this stream too before I go into it. Sometimes timing really does matter, guys, because then I get all of the symbols at the same time. Yeah, and that's one of the other new things about how I go about doing things. Sometimes I'll turn cards in different orders now. He had me starting with the reaping cards for half of the other signs, yeah, because that's what clarified the message better. Okay, so we will return to that Knight of Swords. All right. Okay, so we are going to go to the energy that surrounds you for this month. Okay, so we have Sorrow is the first card. Don't get freaked out. Prince of Wands. Okay, I'm already starting to, yeah, understand what this means. Okay. Then we have Seven of Chalices. Oh, okay. Definitely getting very clear. Yes. And now I understand why he wanted me to take it this way. All right, and then Eight of Chalices. Okay, all right, getting it. Okay, so, starting out with the Sorrow card and seeing it playing into this, the Prince of Wands, it seems like certain Libras are going to have certain, okay, for lack of a better word, high goals or high aspirations linked to ego consciousness. Okay, or just like the ego in general. I know, I don't want it to sound too judgy, but that's the idea here, is that, like, things related to the ego could cause problems this month for you. Yeah. In which case, you're kind of going to be going on an internal or external journey for knowledge within this month related to how you can heal or better understand your own sense of ego. Yeah. Because here are the other two cards. Oh, and they want to, okay. Now he wants for me to bring in Knight of Swords, because this represents the higher goal of what you want to be feeling by the end of things, I think. Yes, okay. Because Knight of Swords is confident in his desire to manifest things, but at the same time, he has good grounding. Yeah, exactly, because there are other court cards in particular that don't have good grounding. Knight of Swords has really good grounding towards wanting to manifest certain things in his life, etc. In this case, it has something to do with what the wants and desires of your ego. So it would be something that you want on a personal level. Yeah. Okay. And And here's where the journeying idea comes in. The other one is Seven of Chalices, which in this particular deck has this dragon that's guarding this scroll. And this person who's kind of, you know, extending themselves to want to gain that knowledge. But it's guarded, you know? Yeah, it's guarded knowledge. And then we've got the Eight of Chalices, which is showing this idea of journeying out. And, like, it's, like, with a purpose, yeah. Like, journeying out with a purpose for knowledge, basically. And again, this can be an internal journey, like you seeking resources for greater knowledge towards whatever goals are being motivated by your ego right now. Because, okay, I've got to bring this back because I think it's important to get this flavor to you very clear. I believe the ego things are going to be causing you sadness or depression, not on a grand scale necessarily, but it's the idea that when we want certain things really badly, it hurts, yeah. And the idea is, if you want it so badly that it hurts, but you're not in the place to really be gaining it because it's not time, or it's not, you know, divinely timed, or you don't have the skill set yet, etc., then you need to seek greater knowledge. Yeah, exactly. Okay, alright, and we're getting the other cards. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay, very good. Oh, wow, okay. Alright, give me a second. Sorry, give me 1 second, guys, because I'm putting these into perspective now. Bam, okay, I got it. And this is making a lot of sense, okay. Alright. Okay, so the idea here is that, you know, by the end of the month, or by the end of this learning process, you're going to surpass your own limitations, yeah. And again, it has to do with that feeling of putting your efforts into the right kind of energy and the right kind of motivation. Because Knight of Swords is showing me the idea of a much more pure motivation, of a more confident way of attacking your desires or your goals. And again, these can be any kinds of goals. We don't have a specific area here. Really, it can be anything. It can be work, money, love, relationships, etc. This is across the board this month, yeah. Okay. Energy you're bringing is the ring, okay? And in this case, the ring is showing the idea of being committed or steadfast, yeah. And in this case, bringing back that Knight of Swords, the idea of that steadfast energy that you won't allow yourself to be unraveled by your own ego. Because at the end of the day, as much as our ego can motivate us towards, okay, like, I really want to, you know, make a business, or I really want to hook up with this person. Like, your ego can motivate you, but it can also really tear you down by you going, but am I the type of person who should have this, or am I the type of person who this person would want, or am I the type of person who this company would want? It's the idea that as much as your ego can drive you, your ego can tear you down just as easily, yeah. And because those two are paired together, I'm seeing that it's like, with the Prince of Wands, you're motivated by ego, but it's causing you strain, or it's causing you pain, confusion, or suffering. In which case, then again, it's like you have to go for that, like, you know, journey for knowledge, or desire for knowledge. And when I say knowledge, it doesn't even have to be, like, book knowledge. It can just be higher knowledge. It can be internal knowledge, like understanding your own motivations more, so that you're more grounded and have a greater sense of perspective, yeah, towards what your goals are and why you want them. Because you'd be surprised sometimes how much easier it makes life when you understand why you're being motivated, and what drives you, and why that matters, okay? Because again, like, reflection upon your ego, and again, ego doesn't have to be a bad thing, it's a natural part of the human condition, okay? I don't think there's any human being that doesn't have some concept or entity of ego within them, yeah? But anyhow, they keep showing me, he keeps showing me with Knight of Swords that, like, that there's again, that idea of that transcending of the ego on this particular matter that's of importance in May is really the high point. Yeah, like that's where the knowledge is. Like this is your goal, is the Knight of Swords, which is feeling more comfortable and confident in your goals without letting your ego unravel you. Okay, cool, got it. Okay. And here we go. This is really just kind of kicking off of what we were already describing, which was the reflection card, which in your case is worry. So what was I just telling you the whole entire time about your ego unraveling you, or, you know, challenging you, testing you, kicking you down, etc.? That's the whole red alert that's going on in May for Libras, is the whole concerns that are being generated and manufactured by ego. And again, like, ego is like your mind, okay? It's like your literal thought process. Because instinct is entirely different than your regular thought process. You know, spiritual gifts are entirely different than your regular thought process, yeah. Um, and again, it's like you can achieve with your, you know, because he showed me the Knight of Swords again, which is showing the idea that your regular mind can still be the solution. You know, like you can find the solution through a more philosophical or psychological approach to understanding why you're facing blocks related to your goals generated by ego this month. Okay? Yeah. And it's like seeing the heart of that is going to give you more empowerment. Because again, you need to be able to look those problems that are popping up from ego in the face in order to remedy the situation. Like, if you just keep going through the same ego patterns, you know, the bad ones, because again, it can motivate us too. But if you keep going through the same ego patterns where you're continually self-doubting or really motivated but then kill yourself about it because it's not, you know, you don't feel like you're doing enough, or you're not achieving enough, etc., that's where the problems come. In which case, then you kind of need to look for more, you know, wisdom towards what your motivations are and what really matters. Okay, cool. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, because he wanted me to bring in these two together. Knight of Swords with the Eight of Chalices, which is the idea of that journey, again, is like towards this greater confidence in your actions. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Okay, we good? Oh, okay, sweet. All right. And again, like, Knight of Swords is playing really strong into this overall energy of the month. So again, confidence and action, you know, by no longer letting yourself be limited by your ego, okay? That's like the cliff notes of this month for you guys, okay? All right, action is 5 of Pentacles, and this is such a unique one. I don't think I have any other card like this, actually. 5 of Pentacles. In this version, it shows people praying at a shrine. And they specifically showed me that Knight of Swords is the answer, you know? So with 5 of Pentacles, it shows me the idea of meditation to me. It shows me the idea of, okay, imagining that the Knight of Swords is like an ideal. Or, okay, I'm going to give you an example from Eastern religion or philosophy. In a lot of Eastern religions, or, okay, no, I'm going to give you a very specific situation. In the Hindu religion, they have many deities, and you pray to a particular deity to help you along with a particular situation. I guess archangels and stuff would count as the same thing, or the ascended masters, if you're familiar with that stuff. But it's the idea that you want to call upon... It's like the idea of calling upon your own higher being, basically. And in this case, your own higher being is greater confidence through action. I mean, I would say it's kind of that idea of the energy of the, I guess it would be the in Roman, the god would be Mars. In Greece, in Greek culture, it would have been Ares, I think. Um, so it's kind of that god of war energy, but it's not war, it's like mentality towards action and confidence towards that action. And again, like, as air signs, the fact that Knight of Swords is your mentor for this month, basically, yeah, is pretty funny, because that is the suit of air, basically, in this deck. But again, it's like, I just feel like it's very, very clear that you're going to feel rattled by your own ego perceptions. So we need to work you past those. And part of that is, again, looking past all of the insecurities that might pop up, and then finding a sense of your center. Okay? Yeah. Finding your own sense of meaning and truth. Finding your own sense of belonging within your own motivations, okay? Because sometimes it can be very confusing. Like, you can one day know what you want, and then the next day go, why do I want this? Okay? Yeah, and Knight of Swords is about having that wherewithal to feel confident about what you're going for and why you're going for it. And again, because the energy you're bringing is the ring, it shows me that you'll be able to hold down the fort, you know, through the storm, basically, of the ego doubts that you're going to be having in this month. But, okay, here we go. Reaping is coming. All right. The line reaping. I'm not doing a rapture speech here. For those of you who don't know my little pattern here, the last line, or rather, the manifestation or future line is reaping. That's what we call it here. All right. Okay, so that would be cruelty. Again, don't freak out, because then we have Two of Pentacles and the stars, okay? And I'm sorry that these are really glaring up. The laminin on these are just really glossy. All right. Okay, so with that and the reaping, and I already kind of got this, it's the idea that, you know, whatever hurts that you're encountering on an internal level through, again, your ego perceptions are going to be undergoing a transformation. Yeah, because this is change. And it really is about a transformation. It's about shifting the energy. Yeah, because that's the important thing. I really feel like, yeah, this is what it's all about when it comes to the Knight of Swords and that idea of seeking the knowledge. It's about how to shift your own momentum internally towards, you know, towards a better way of moving forward with whatever that goal is in mind that you have, that has that added significance in May. You know, this is going to manifest a lot more when you know which area of your life you're dealing with. Sometimes we get a really clear area, sometimes we don't. When we don't, I leave it up to you, okay? That's just the way it works. But the stars being at the end of reaping is showing me the idea that you will be able to manifest better energy, better results, a better internal process, yeah, through this, the learning that results from this month, basically. Because again, it's like you need to be confident and grounded in your own motivations to be really happy with them, yeah. Because right now, it's like with the Sorrow and the Prince of Wands, it shows me that you're not happy for some reason with your approach towards what you're going for, or with your feelings, or understanding of your feelings about why you're motivated to go for something, or feelings of discouragement for what you do want. In which case, you need better grounding and better confidence towards that goal. Okay? And again, like, you're going to have the grounding in the end. It'll be there. You'll stick through it. But clarifying your own mind about it and your own sense of belonging within that goal is what's really important, yeah. Like, your sense of belonging to the goal is really huge in this case. They're bringing back the stars again, so it really is goal-oriented. So it's not something blank, like just money or just love. It's literally a goal that you're aspiring to, okay? Yeah. So, I mean, it can be a goal towards love, a goal towards money, or a goal towards your life path or spirituality, but it's a goal, a literal goal. It's not about something that you're, thinking about abstractly. It's something that you really feel motivated towards achieving, okay? That's the key thing here. And one can't achieve unless you have a strong grounding and confidence in what your main objective is. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. It's ridiculous, but I will. There's this TV show, Archer, which is ridiculous but really funny and blatantly offensive humor. But anyhow, the idea is that they're secret agents and they always get a dossier that the main character never reads. In this case, I think you need to kind of read the dossier to your own goal, basically, yeah. Like, you need to know the details of why you want what you want and what you actually want to achieve, okay? Because that's the key here. It's finding clarity for your mind, and in turn, finding clarity and comfort on the inside emotionally as well, through finding clarity in the details, okay? Yeah, because Knight of Swords are showing me that too. So, it's about finding clarity within the details, of your own mind, really, towards why you want something, and then you can move more freely towards that goal because you understand your own motivations better. Again, it's about shifting the momentum, because right now the momentum is in sad places, okay? With the sorrow card and the cruelty card. And again, the sadness is really more generated from your own mental process or your own feelings of desire. So the idea is to become a lot clearer about what it is exactly you want to achieve and why you want to achieve it, why you're connected to it. Because if you can take it from a more positive standpoint, then you're approaching it from from a better place. Which is what this represents. You're approaching it from a better place, a place of greater confidence, greater groundedness, and greater focus, okay? All right, that said, I do personal readings. If you want one, hit the link below. Hope you do. Hope you have a great month, guys. I know that there's a lot of challenging energy, but the whole point is you can overcome it if you find your own sense of clarity and, balance, grounding, and truth. Okay, guys? All right, I'll see you later.